Move on now to the front cover of The Telegraph. Nick, what have they run with?
Well, it's more Harry stuff, Andrew. There's enough for another book. I cut memoir in half to spare my family. When he says another book, I don't know if he means a fifth book. I think he means a second book. I mean, imagine, as I thought it was already going to be 4. But he says, I cut memory in half to spare my family. I'm not sure if that's why it's called spare or if that's just a mere unfortunate pun. But he's saying that if he put the real stuff in, the King and the Prince of Wales would never forgive him. Imagine how bad the real stuff is, Andrew.
Because the stuff he's put in is bad.
This is the edited version. This is the safe version. I mean, he said it was an 800-page draft. He thinks he's Tolstoy. He's got it down to a mere 400 pages. No, this literary genius, Andrew. Yeah, it's like Proust. The first one was Proust. It was all about smelling Madeleine cakes. And
he didn't write it, of course. I mean, he has a ghostwriter.
How dare you?
No, but his ghostwriter is a very accomplished, award-winning writer.
He wrote the memoir. Is it Agassi? Was it some?
Oh, did he do Agassi? That's a very good book.
Well, there you go.
He's also a novelist.
Oh, maybe I'll read this then. Except I like Agassi and he's interesting.
This is one of the things I don't understand about this book. Is there's been a lot of talk about Harry's writing style and all this stuff. He didn't write it. Like it was another writer.
But the ghostwriter found Harry's voice quite well.
That's the idea. That's the idea. So that he feeds the information.
Do.
Exactly.
And Harry reads the Audible, so he's got a great reading style.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's good at reading as himself. But yeah, it's mad, isn't it? And he said the hard bit was taking things out. What did he take out? I mean, he's talked about his frostbitten todger. Everything's in there. Like, we don't need to know literally everything, Harry.
But at least the frostbitten penis is about himself. He's not throwing anyone under the bus.
Yes.
I read an amusing suggestion that he was actually badly stitched up by his ghostwriter, actually, who might have, perhaps, would have been advised to recommend that various sections were removed.
Roger.
For instance, the kill count and various other bits.
Do you think that there's any possibility of reconciliation now, given the things that he said about his brother? I mean, he's often talked about how he mistrusts the media and that they overshare private details. He's been publishing text messages from members of his own family. How will they feel about that?
Wow.
And
Well,
also,
they'd be disgusted and furious, of course.
And rightly so. It's obvious hypocrisy, right?
He claims here that he needed to include those bits or it would be impossible to tell the story without their inclusion. Really, Harry, did you need the text? Can I just add one last thing? Have you noticed Meghan has been silent throughout this? Meghan's playing it very cool. She's looking at... You'd think she'd be straight out defending him. Harry's a great man. He told his story. Nothing. I've heard nothing from her. She's waiting to see how this plays out before she decides what to do next. That's all I'll say.
Are you going to read the book?
Which one, Meghan's?
No. Well, of course you read that.
Harry's book?
Yeah.
No.
I think we've read all the important excerpts, haven't we?
But then why are people buying it in their droves, given that we know everything? That all the juicy bits have already been...
I think that's journalists. I think that's just journalists in Spain.
Is that... Yeah, probably.